Don't get paralyzed by perfection. Hi, I'm Angel. Thanks for stopping by. As an artist and a musician and a singer of sorts, I know very well, all too well, what it feels like to feel paralyzed by perfection. Like you can't put something out because it's just not good enough, or can't let your voice out because you're not as good as somebody else you admire, or you're afraid you'll mess up the words. I know all those real well, and the thing is, I've messed up the words. I've just like almost just choked literally in the middle of the song. I didn't actually literally choke, but I literally just, I tried to pass it off to another musician, and then I just shut them down, like ended the song. I've showed up for a gig and had another band there recently. That was exciting. The point being, lots of times it won't be your best. Lots of times things won't go perfect or even very well. However, if you let that imperfection or the fear of things not being just right keep you from showing up, keep you from trying, keep you from putting yourself out there, then the odds of you succeeding go down to a zero. You gotta show up and fail a lot to succeed. You gotta make a lot of crappy videos to learn how to make good ones, usually. Maybe not as many as me. I think I might. This must be some kind of a record. I think I've been pushing the limits of putting out, less than perfect content. And yet, in that is somehow my own perfection. That's how I feel about it. So, I invite you to find your own perfection within your own imperfection. And just remember that all artists, all creatives, and in case you're thinking, well, that doesn't pertain to me because I'm not an artist, whatever, we're all artists, we're all creatives. Some haven't found their mediums yet, or again, are kind of held back by that idea of, if it's not perfect, if it's not great, then I don't want to do it. I don't want to put out mediocre content. I don't want to do mediocre cover songs. I said that to my bandmates a year or two ago, and now we're doing mediocre cover songs, and it's okay, because I realized that's just my ego talking. Like, whatever, what am I going to do? The greatest cover songs ever? The greatest I do want to work on my original content, and we have been doing that, and I have been doing that, and I'm proud. Hey, self, good job. And it's okay to practice. Of course you want to do your best. The thing is, a lot of times your best isn't really that great. Maybe it doesn't suck. That's what we shoot for most of the time. That didn't suck. That's a good night of band practice on my one. I'm in two bands. One of them's pretty good, and one of them doesn't suck. Okay, both of them don't suck sometimes, and every now and then we have our moments of ole, of brilliance, of bravo, and that's also my point, is even when you reach, some level of mastery, which takes practice and showing up and not being a master for like 10,000 hours, they say, or something like that, before you become a master, roughly, give or take an hour or two. Even after you put in that 10,000 hours, it's not like everything you do after that is pure genius, mastery, ole, bravo. Some of it's better than others. Some of it might not be that good. And the other part is the context of history, the context of the filters of the viewership or the listenership, or, whoever is consuming or digesting or viewing your content. That has everything to do with, how relevant it is, or how good it is, or how perfect it is. And so the right thing at the right time, it's hard to know for sure what that is. You just got to show up and do your best with what you got from where you are right now, and trust that in doing that, you're perfect. Perfectly imperfect. Man, there's a Dodge Charger that charged up behind me, and I gotta say, them sexy muscle cars, something about them. I know, it's vain of me or something. Is it vain of me? I don't know. I'm not the sexy muscle car, but I do kind of like them. That's an aside note that's got nothing to do with nothing that I was just talking about. Does it? No, doesn't. Let me know what you think of sexy muscle cars, or being willing to make mistakes, show up imperfectly, not letting perfection freeze you or paralyze you. If you got anything to add, please do in the comments. As always, you can find other ways to connect to me. Links to my eBay store and my books and my music, probably at my website. Should be in the description below. And until next time, I wish you peace, prosperity, and playfulness.